Somewhere in America, an unknown gem is waking up. A stretch of sand and scrub on the Gulf Coast that, just a few years ago, most folks drove past without a second glance. Today, it hums with rocket fuel and possibility. Somewhere in America, an unknown gem is stirring. It wears no skyline of glass or rows of marble hotels, yet. It begins humbly with a launch pad, a handful of hangars, and a stubborn, impossible idea: to make humanity a spacefaring species. They call it Starbase, once a remote stretch near Boca Chica, now the epicenter of a gamble so big, some whisper it could be America's answer to Dubai. A place that turns launches into livelihoods and imagination into industry. Picture this. Families who once fished these waters now watch night skies lit by thunderous silver. Local workers learning trades that didn't exist when I was their age, and vacant lots becoming workshops and tiny factories. The math is stubborn. Recent studies show the Starbase effort has poured billions into the region, tens of thousands of jobs, and a ripple of economic activity that reads less like a local boom and more like the opening chapter of a new city. This is not idle talk. The region has reported multi-billion-dollar impacts and tens of thousands of direct and indirect jobs linked to the spaceport's rise. To imagine this place as the next Dubai is to imagine a different horizon. Luxury steel and glass built on a foundation of commerce, tourism, engineering, manufacturing, hospitality, and a new class of high-tech services. Here, the runway is a launch pad, and the night economy runs on rocket exhaust and engineers' sweat. Local officials have even moved to formalize what was once a work site into a municipality. A sign, perhaps, that this is no longer a temporary experiment, but the seed of an enduring city. But every boom carries its shadows. There are neighborhoods pushed by rising rents, ecosystems stressed by new activity, and voices asking whether rapid industry must always mean rapid sacrifice. Critics have raised alarms about environmental impact and the balance of power when one titan can so heavily shape a tiny community's destiny. If this place is to become more than a headline, it must do so without leaving its people and its wetlands behind. Still, imagine the cafes where rocket technicians swap-shift stories, the small manufacturers that become suppliers to an industry that once only lived in sci-fi. Imagine a new college town vibe where students study propulsion and hospitality in the same semester, where a launch day fills hotels and restaurants with visitors who came for the spectacle and stayed for the opportunity. With launch activity increasing and permissions growing, the frequency of liftoff could turn this coastline into a global magnet for engineers, tourists, and companies chasing low-cost access to space. I've watched towns chase fortune before. Railheads, oil fields, ports. Some became capitals. Others became cautionary tales. What makes this moment different is scale and ambition. Not merely extraction, but creation. A chance to birth an industry, new jobs, and a new kind of American city shaped around exploration. The question is not whether it can grow. The question is whether we can guide that growth so it lifts up the people who call this place home. So when you hear the blast and feel the night air tremble, don't think only of rockets. Think of a coastline rewriting its future, of trades reborn,
of a community learning painfully and proudly to be part of something bigger than itself. Somewhere in America, an unknown Jim is waking up, and with careful hands and wiser heads, it could become a new kind of city. Not a copy of Dubai, but America's own answer to audacity and human curiosity. This is Property Pulse America. I'm an old man who's seen towns rise from dust. If you want to find the next big thing, don't always look to the towers. Sometimes you find it where the land meets the sea, and a stubborn dream meets a stubborn few who refuse to stop building.